welcome to another episode of Legislator of the Week. And I'm joined here by distinguished Senator Yemi Adaramodu, who is representing Ekiti South Senatorial District in the 10th Senate. He also serves as the spokesperson of the Nigeria Senate and the chairman, Senate Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
I'm Senator Yemi Adaramodu. I represent Ekiti South Senatorial District of Ekiti State in the 10th Senate of the National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Oh, well, yes, I'm a small boy from Ilawe Ekiti in the Ekiti South Senatorial District of Ekiti State. I have been before now, being a local government chairman, very interesting is that I was chairman when I was just 29 years of age, and then afterwards I started as a journalist, and I rose to the peak, becoming corporate affairs manager. That is with Tribune, Nigerian Tribune newspapers in the Ibadan. And then from there, I came back to Ekiti to play politics, and I was appointed as chief of staff to Governor Dr. Kayode Fayemi, the former chairman of Governors Forum, Nigeria. And then from there, I became House of Representatives member in the 9th Assembly, and then this 10th Assembly by the grace of God and the benevolence of my people from Ekiti South, Senatorial District of Ekiti State. I am the senator representing them here in the 10th Senate. And I went to school. I went to school, and not to go too far. So I am an alumni of Great Ife, that's Obafemi Awolowo University. And I've done so many other courses here and there, and then I've even won awards in the media Merit Award, Accommodation Award, NUJ Award, Commonwealth and the Foreign Office Award, and National Orientation Agency Award. So I've done all those kind of things. But now I am here representing my people because of the deeds that I did when I was in the House of Representatives. They now said, if you are tried in something that is little and you do well, that let us try you with something that is bigger than that. And that's why I'm here. And I think I've not disappointed them so far. This is about 1.5 years that we have, almost 1.5 years, not up to 1.5 years, maybe 1 year, 3 months. And then what I've done within the period of that 1 year, 3 months shows that, yes, I cannot disappoint them because I've never disappointed them. When I started, I was not thinking that I would be a journalist then, because I did environmental design and management from Ife, and then when I did my service in Abeokuta, Ogun State, that is NYC, and I came back, I was thinking of going into the academics, maybe as a lecturer. So that was my thinking initially, or maybe trying to do maybe some professional practice. But as it will be, I had the opportunity of going into journalism earlier. And when I got there, I found out that I had that kind of mind for bringing people up, and then for affecting people's lives and community lives positively. Because when I was in the university then, I was a student union person. I was one of those people who was doing campus politics then. I was student representative council member. I contested and I won elections in the Hall of Residence and the Central Executive and Faculty, and even my state and the town's union. So I was prepared seriously. And then during that period, I found out that I had the ability and the capacity to accommodate people and to do things at gratis for people without asking for what I would get back from it. And then it threw me into it that anytime we were on holidays then, I will organize this jump coaching, white coaching, free of charge for pupils then, for students of a final year students in the secondary schools. I was doing all those things. And so when politics beckoned, many of those people that have assisted, and then my peers, they were pushing me. They said, you can contest, you can come out. Unfortunately then, I was almost underage. So I said, well, let us just try it. I didn't have anything. In fact, I won my first agbada when I became chairman of local government. So I didn't think it would be possible. Even when I was supposed to obtain form for 10,000, for just 10,000 naira, then I could not afford it. So somebody, the former chairman of my local government then, that was Dr. Aroshogi, now gave me the money. He encouraged me. He said, even if you don't make it, people will know that you have tried. And not only that, people will now hear your name. They will know that there's somebody who's behind Yemi Adaramodu. So the youths then, they supported me. So we went into it, and by and large, as God will have it, we went into all these kind of contests and the rules and the ups and downs of it. Just like that, wonderfully, I became chairman of local government. So when I became chairman of local government, and then I knew that, yes, my mission to help people. Because one thing is this: if you are a private person, there's little you can do to assist people. If you are a private person, there's little you can do to assist your environment, your community. There's little you can do to change things. And so you have to join a platform whereby you can help use public influence and public patronage for the good of the public. And the only way you can do that one is by being in politics and participate in politics actively, not be a passive person, not be a hand clapper in politics, not be somebody who just want to go and derive maybe some naira and kobo and just use it and sit back. No. So because of that, I just jumped into it. And then since then, you can go to my constituency, you can go to my hometown, you can go even to my seat when I was chief of staff to Dr. Yemi as governor. So you can just go and verify and ask whether I have fulfilled that promise that I gave myself, that I want to make a difference. And I'm still making the difference. Even now, I'm still making the difference. That is why it is always very seamless for me to win elections. When I contested for House of Representatives, the closest person to me did not have the half of my votes. The same when I contested for Senate. So I won all the local governments under me 6, and then almost all the wards. So definitely it showed that people know that yes, this person can make some things happen for them, and I've been making things happen to happen for them. And even within the last 1 year, 3 months that I've been in the South, I know that what I've done for our people, because I've touched almost every community. I have several communities because I have the largest senatorial district in Ekiti, and the highest number of local governments in Ekiti. So I have them, and I have, one way or the other, affected the lives of my people and the communities positively. So because of my passion to make sure that I change the environment and the community where I come from and where I am positively, so that passion threw me into politics. And then my first experiment when I was just a young boy did not show me that people cannot appreciate good deeds. And so because people appreciate good deeds, that's why I said, look, I have to turn up higher and then ensure that I do for our people instead of staying at the sideline, complaining, criticizing, abusing, interrogating, talking about what I don't even know, then saying if I am there, if I have been there, if I was there, if I will be there. So instead of doing all those things, I make sure that I was there and now I am there, and I will still keep to be there. Even when I'm not contesting for an election, I will still be having stake in the person or the people that will be in charge of my own affairs, especially of my own community, of my own, wherever I belong to. I will make sure that I have, because today, and any day for that matter, I have always been saying it, that if you want your people to get the best, then you have to participate in governance, because there's no person who can be so rich and set up his own ministry of works. Nobody can set up his own water corporation. Nobody can set up his own power holding authority. Nobody. I don't know that kind of person who is so rich, who will say the kilometers of roads that lead to my town, I want to tar them. Oh, I want to make sure that water is in every home. No, nobody. As rich as that person could have been, I've never heard of it. You can only do that one if you are part of government and governance, and then you can now bring all those good things to your environment, to your community, and to your own people. And that is why, and that is what I think should motivate anybody to go into politics and to governance. Because when you are in politics, you must be interested in governance. And when you are in governance and you don't have that aim in your mind to make sure that you change life meaningfully, positively for your people, then definitely you don't have any reason to be there. Well, for me, it's like you expect me to set an exam for myself and score myself, and then give the result, and then give the report sheet to myself, which I will not do. The only thing there is that I am fulfilled. I am satisfied that even if when I was in the reps and now that I'm in the Senate, even if that is all what my people can give me, that I am fulfilled, that I am satisfied, that I've done what I think I should do to make life more meaningful for them. In the communities, individually, that there's nobody from my constituency that has ever approached me for an assistance that I have never answered to. That if you ask for 3 things, at least I provide 2 or 1.5. So nobody in my constituency can raise up his or her own hand that I'm not accessible. So once that one is done, I am fulfilled and I'm very satisfied. That is to the extent that I can rate myself. So whether I've scored 99%, 80%, whatever percent, then let us leave that one into the hands of the citizenry of my area, who can now come out to tell you that Yemi Adaramodu in government, outside government, has done well or has not done well. The 10th Senate is an uncommon Senate. Uncommon in the sense that we are very different in so many ways. Within 1 year, we have done almost 500 bills. Motions run into thousands. Bills that are pending, not less than 300. That's within 1 year. We have done that one. The 10th Senate, we don't even deal with time. There are so many times that we are in the chambers up till 7, 8, 9 p.m. When national assignment beckons, we don't deal with holidays. Last year, we were still in the Senate, in the floor of the chamber, December 31, when New Year is just about a few hours away. So that one will show you how pertinent, how conscientious, and how rigorously patriotic that the 10th Senate is. So the 10th Senate, like I said, quite uncommon. The leadership, very deep and serious leadership that wants to achieve. And then the 10th Senate, we do not waste time when it comes to the issue that is going to affect the welfare of Nigerians. When we talk about appropriation, when they brought it, we could not even go on holiday, we could not even sleep. So we made sure we passed expeditiously. When it is the issue of minimum wage, the way it came, immediately, we did the needful, and then it was passed. Look at the PIA, Petroleum Industry Act, which had been languishing in the files for decades. The 10th Senate made sure that it was passed expeditiously. And then look at even the electoral matter now. By the time we come out with the surgical operations that we are going to do with the constitution reform and the electoral matter reforms, then Nigerians will know that we are too serious and we are very hot to handle for failure. And the 10th Senate, again, like I said, for the first time, we came out with an in-house magazine to showcase the activities of the Senate. Because we want to tell our stories by ourselves too. The third party telltale that the naysayers will be talking about the Senate or the National Assembly. We think there should be an end to it. The Senate is pioneering that kind of media excitement to ensure that we tell our stories by ourselves. So the 10th Senate, by and large, I've been there 1 year and few months above. We still have a lot. We have just launched or pushed out our legislative agenda a few weeks before we went on the annual legislative holidays. So, and we are going to follow everything to the letters. And Nigeria and Nigerians will get the best for the mandate that they have given to us. But the only thing is that we expect the public to see the National Assembly for what the National Assembly is even created and established for. Even when we talk of funding, we cannot be talking about funding. We won't say that we are in that need of, but it is quite pertinent to note that the National Assembly as an arm of government, legislative arm of government, is taking just 0.17% of the national budget out of the 100%. And it is part of this, from this 0.17%, that all salaries, emoluments, allowances of not only legislators, the auxiliary and the auxiliary staff that are taken from. And the staff in the National Assembly are not less than 20,000. They are Nigerians. And we have offices all over the nation in our constituencies. Like me, I have 2 constituency offices because my senatorial duty is very large. I won't tell everybody to be migrated to the senatorial headquarters alone because of distance. So many of us are like that, and we have retinue of people to cater for. Apart from doing ones that are our staff, there's no legislator, especially senator, that I know that doesn't have at least maybe 1 or 2 paid officer in every ward of the constituency or of the senatorial district that he or she represents. Like me, I have 64 wards. I have 2 constituencies, 1 senatorial district, 6 local governments, and several others, like other segments like that, which I have to pay monetary homage to every month to make sure that we stabilize the polity and to make sure that people that do not get maybe employment or whatever, that they are catered for, especially the youth. So these are Nigerians. So the 10th Senate, like I said, is quite uncommon, and then we want to remain so. And by the time Nigerians will be given their verdict about the term of this 10th Senate at the end of the day, 2027, I'm very sure, and I'm very hopeful, and I'm very convinced that a pass mark will be awarded. Oh yes, the thing is this, like I always say, the media itself has a lot to do. There is the freedom of information law that anybody that is in the dark about anything can use to obtain facts. And do you know the problem that I have is that nobody has ever brought a minister to a television station and be asking, how much is your salary? Nobody has ever brought a governor to the television station or radio, or president or vice president, or even SGF, and ask, how much are you earning? Nobody. It's only the legislator. Are we saying that it is not public money that they are using to pay the salaries of those people that I've just mentioned. It's only the legislator. Nobody has ever. And even when the legislator says this is what I am, they do not believe. Because, and I want to even ask at times that if I have an office in Abuja, I have a house in Abuja that I live. In the office, I have staff, not less than 8. I'm supposed compulsorily to have legislative offices in my constituency. I open them, and the money to pay for staff, for upkeep of all these offices, will be coming from my pocket. Now, no legislator earns night allowance when it or she travels. No legislator's car is fueled when he's going on oversight. No legislator is going to be giving flight tickets when he's going anywhere for official duties. Now, no legislator has any other allowance beyond his salary. Now, can anybody in Nigeria now tell me, with the decision of things, how much does someone need to fulfill those obligations? When somebody can tell me straight that, oh, with all this, you don't need more than 1 naira or 20 naira or 2,000 naira. Yes, I will now know that is appropriate pricing of the emoluments that a legislator is supposed to take. Now, besides that, is that this Christmas now, between now and December, almost all communities, not less than 68 of them, in my senatorial districts are doing their day. So town day, so development day. We are launching 500 million naira for palace. We are launching 1 billion naira for this and for that. Now it's the legislator that is going to be the chairman of the launch. You have to drop money. Now, don't drop it and come back to campaign. You have already gotten your result. Is there any time that they have called on this president to come and be the chairman of the day of any town or a village? Now, how many consultants will now send a text message to a governor that my wife have just put to bed? Come and pay for the hospital bill. It is the legislator. Now, people should tell us how much they think a legislator will need to take care of this, or to take care of half or 1/4 of what I've just enumerated. So when Nigerians can come out sincerely and tell me that, oh, just 1/4 of this, don't fulfill the rest. Anybody that calls and say that his children's school fees are not enough, please come and pay. Don't bother. Anybody that says that his mother is sick, is in the hospital, she wants to do operation at 350,000, don't bother. So that we should ignore all those things. Now let whoever, the rest that they think we should be attended to, let them tell us how much that will be enough to take care of that. That is when I will know that really Nigerians, those people who are critics, are sincere. That they are not just playing the gallery, they are just not being hypocritical. Because why they are hypocritical is that when the minister goes on tour, he goes with about 8 or 10 vehicles at the expense of government. All the vehicles will be fueled by government. But when the legislator is going to anywhere, if you go with 100 vehicles, you are going there at your own risk. You are the ones who will fuel your vehicles. You are the one who will pay for those ones that are accompanying you to the place. A minister is entitled to not less than 2 or 5 security ordinance. Officially, no legislator is entitled to 1. Officially, unless if you are being maybe a former governor, that maybe your state has provision for it, or government has provision for it. But for me, as a former chief of staff to a governor, I'm not entitled to it. So if I want to go on any trip, I have to go and source for security. So all these kind of things, let's just put them on table and now see what a legislator is supposed to, in the view of the average Nigerian. Yes, the thing is that our personal life has already dovetailed into our official or legislative life. Like my personal life now, the hobbies that I now have is meeting people, talking to people, solving problems has become my hobby. It's supposed to be something that I should be doing sparingly, but it has become my hobby because there's no way I can see people, I can leave them just like that, and then people will be asking questions. I will not be able to give them a feedback, or people will come to me and say that they need one thing or the other. I will not be able to provide at least, even if it is a fraction of what they are demanding for. So that is why I will not say that my official this thing has eaten into my own private life. So I don't normally have any private life anymore. Any public person that is not saying a private life, it means that something is wrong somewhere. So everything about you has become public. Even when you want to go to a toilet, it's a public toilet. When you want to eat, it's a public eatery that you will go to. So definitely for me as a person, so my hobby has now become, I want to meet people, I want to talk to people, I want to solve problems. Yes, I have advice, so much advice and castigation. Yes, young people cannot just sit down in their comfort zone and think they will just take over leadership. It's not done. You have to throw yourself into it. I told you how I started. I was a university undergraduate. I've come home very long back. Then the younger ones started knowing me. When it was time for election, the younger ones rallied around me. They told their parents that this is the person that you are going to vote for. And that's how I became chairman of local government. And that's what propelled me. But today, our younger ones will say, oh, if you are not born by a billionaire, you are not born by a commissioner, a minister, a legislator. My sister, my mother did not know any wall of the classroom, not 4 walls, even 1 wall of classroom. My daddy never knew. You are peasant people. I grew up and I became what I become. So definitely, if you are talking about leadership, when an Ekiti boy stays in Abuja, attending leadership seminars in Abuja, are you going to use that leadership, the knowledge of that you gain from leadership seminar in Abuja? No, you have to come to Ekiti. You don't even know where you are born. You don't even go there. You will ask from some of the younger ones, oh, where are you from? I'm from Kogi. Well, did you visit home? Oh, when my great grandmother died, my father took me there. And when? Oh, I think that was around 2014. And you don't know home. And you now want to take over the mantle of leadership. So that is why it is becoming very difficult for many younger ones to know or to bring themselves into it. At times they will say, oh, politics is very expensive. I will say, how? There was a time in Nigeria, 8 and 8 assembly, they said, the younger ones said they needed a bill, not too young to run. The bill was passed. They lowered all the ages for everybody in Nigeria, up till 21 years of age, to contest for an election. All the parties, especially my own party, APC, they will not charge any young person any form fee. Form is free. Form is free for women. Form is free for the younger ones. Younger ones will not go there and obtain the form, even though it is free. Those people who fought for not too young to run, who were on the streets then, carry placard at the frontage of National Assembly, where are they now? They are no more contesting. They are no more utilizing the law when it is passed. When the law is not passed, let us say the law is not passed now today, they will say they are rioting, they are going to riot. But now the law is passed. So it means that they are only playing to gallery. It means that we are only being hypocritical. It means that we are only being hypocritical. So if you want to be a leader, you throw yourself to leadership. If you want to be a leader, you participate in the process. Nobody will sleep at the bosom of his mom and dad. And the public the society will come and wake him up and say, come and become a leader. Nobody will do that one. You have to compete. They say, okay, and politics is very expensive. Why is it expensive? And how is it expensive? If you want to make it expensive, if they vote, we vote can't. Do you vote? You will contribute something that you will criticize that it can't or it does not count. If two people are contesting, one person is bad, the other person is good. 200 people want to vote for the two of them. The bad person has only 30 people behind him, my sister. The good person has 170 behind him. During election, all the 30 people that are backing the bad person come out to vote. 170 that are backing the good person, only 20 come out to vote. The rest 150, they are watching television. They stay on social media to post fake results. At the end of the day, the bad person will have 30, the good person will have 20. They will now announce the result. The good people who do not vote, they will now say it's rigged. 5 p.m. they will post fake results. They say, we have not seen it on IRF. Oh, we have not seen it somewhere. Oh, they have rigged it. Oh, rigged what? Why are you there? So Nigerian youth, it depends. It's in the hands of Nigerian youth. 60 to 65% of the population not being able to determine where things go. 92 million people registered to vote. After voting, only 28 million people will be counted. The rest 70 million, where are they? They will sit down at home criticizing, posting fake results by 4 p.m. saying that, oh, the election has been compromised. By who? Something you don't participate in. Do it, let's see. And even if you are saying rigging, you can only rig where you have support. If 100 people are supporting you and 10 people are supporting me, can 10 people rig 100 people openly? Because you are going to take your result at the polling unit. Take the result, let them write the result. If 100 people stand and 10 stand, can 10 people write fake results when you are there? And when we are talking about election, even accepting without conceding that, let us even assume, who are the presiding officers? Are they not Nigerian youths? Are they? Who are the polling clerks? Are they not Nigerian youths? Are they not? Who are the returning officers? Are they not Nigerian youths? Are they not? The most people that will criticize the lecturers, who will be the returning officers at the state level. These are set of people that will be criticizing politicians, and they are the ones who will announce the results. So we must get away from hypocrisy. We must. So it's not about leadership, it's not about this, it's not about that. Look at Nigeria today. If a local government chairman splashes water on you, you will say Nigeria is spoiled. Is that local government chairman Nigeria? When you don't like a governor, you don't like a president, you don't like a minister, it is you don't like Nigeria. Are you patriotic to that person, or you are patriotic to your country? Will that person be there forever?